overreacted too much to anything in the NBA for the last 10 minutes. If you missed any of that opening night, you can go back and listen on the podcast.
You don't think me saying after one game the Thunder are going back to the finals is an overreaction?
No, I actually don't. I really don't. Because
cool.
you would have said that before the first game.
Probably, yeah.
Right, so that's not an overreaction. That's just your reaction confirmed.
Yeah, there you
right?
go. Confirmation bias, yeah.
Sure. Now,
they're
NFL.
so good. They're so good,
when
man.
you see Chet going off like that, you're just like, all right.
So good.
And Jalen Williams wasn't there. I mean, he was there.
Casey Wallace making big shots. Like, they're just so good.
They are very good.
So good.
Overreaction or not an overreaction? Smalls, NFL style. What do you have for us?
Okay. Oh, we got some music. All right, let's go. First one, and we'll start with Evan because we're going to talk about his team, CC. The Patriots are this year's Commanders and will go from a 4-win team to the Final Four. Overreaction or not an overreaction?
I think a little bit of an overreaction. I can't go there yet. I love, obviously, what I'm seeing so far from Coach Vrabel, Drake May, Josh McDaniels. They've been a great combination together. They kind of have somewhat of a no-name-ish defense with great players, all-pro caliber players, Christian Barmore, Milton Williams, Christian Gonzalez. They have a lot of guys that are all-pro caliber guys, but not household names. I think saying they could go to the Final Four is a little bit of an overreaction, but only because I haven't seen it with this group, not because of their play.
Yeah, I don't think this is an overreaction. They're one of the 3 best teams in the conference. They can beat anybody on any given day. Their quarterback is playing like a top 5 guy at the position. The offensive line hasn't been as big of an issue of late as it was at the start of the season, and defensively they're starting to round into form, putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. I like this Patriots team a whole lot. It is a quintessential Mike Vrabel team. So yeah, I think they could be this year's Commanders. I think they can get to the AFC Championship game.
Also, have you looked at their remaining schedule?
I know you have.
There's not really one game on there where you think they can't win it. They've got the Browns, the Falcons, at Tampa Bay, very banged up, the Jets, the Bengals, the Giants, the Bills, who they've already beaten, the Ravens, the Jets, and the Dolphins. They could win every single game that they have left.
Let's not go that far.
I'm just saying. The only team on there that you would really look at is the Bucks, again, banged up, but it's a road game, and the Bills, and they've already beaten the Bills.
I mean, they like, this is just being conservative. They should win 8 of those last 10 games.
Exactly.
They should. I mean, they're looking at a 13-4 season.
Unreal.
I can't believe we're saying that.
They're really good. Okay, next one, Cece. The way Kyle Shanahan is winning with Mac Jones, the Brock Purdy deal might have been a mistake.
Nah, this is the overreaction, man. I don't think we can unsee what we got from Brock Purdy on those deep playoff runs, especially when they got to the Super Bowl. And his ability to be able to make outside of the structure of Kyle Shanahan's offense is important. I think that mobility matters in terms of being able to best the better defenses in the NFL. You got to have a quarterback in today's game that can make those off-schedule plays, and Brock has shown the ability to be able to do that more consistently than Mac Jones. I don't think that quarterbacks are fungible in the NFL, even if it's in a Kyle Shanahan offense, going back to Mike Shanahan offenses, the old Denver Broncos. You got to have dudes, and Brock Purdy has proven that he is a dude.
Totally agree with CC. No need to go any further. We can go to the next one because he's 1,000% right.
Okay, Ev, overreaction or not, the Colts are the only team in the NFL we can trust right now.
Overreaction. Because that's not a knock on the Colts. That's a knock on the entire rest of the league. I can't go there because we play out the hypothetical of AFC title game. Who are you picking? NFC title game. Who are you picking? What am I not going to pick Kansas City? The Colts are one of the teams we can trust. Certainly not the only team, Smalls. I would say overreaction.
CC?
They're not the only team we can trust. The other team that we can trust is the Kansas City Chiefs.
So it's the Colts and the Chiefs, that's it?
Yeah.
That's the first that comes to mind.
Is there anyone else in that bucket?
I mean, you put the Eagles in an NFC title game, I don't trust them.
I want to wait and see with the Detroit Lions. I don't trust the Eagles at all. They got some stuff going on there. They still don't seem quite right. But yeah, I'll take a wait and see approach on the Detroit Lions. But yeah, I think the LA Rams are another team that I feel like we can trust as well.
Yeah.
As long as Matt, I hate doing that and then caveating it, but the qualifier with the Rams is the health of Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
He's a 37, 38-year-old quarterback with a bad back. I don't know how long I could depend on that. So, I mean, yes, I think that the Colts and the Chiefs are the teams that we trust implicitly. And then from there, I want to see with the Lions. I want to see with the Rams one more game before I'm willing to commit.
Okay. Next one. We're going back to you, CC. Overreaction or not? With how banged up the Bucs are, the Panthers could win the NFC South.
This take is coming back to bite me, isn't it? This take is coming back to bite me. I don't think the Panthers can win the AFC South NFC South, because I don't believe in the quarterback. But it hasn't seemed to matter in terms of them being able to right the ship.
It's the weirdest thing.
It is the strangest thing.
They don't play well, but they win.
The Carolina Panthers they won 4 of the last 5 games.
Yep.
So at some point you have to acknowledge Dave Canales and that group is doing something right. Now, a big part of it is how well their defense is playing. They're top 10 in total defense. And you saw the takeaways with the secondary. J.C. Horn is one of the best corners in the NFL. Rico Dowdle has done a great job of being able to stabilize the ground game. In the absence of Chuba Hubbard, now that he's back, they've got a hell of a 1-2 punch. Again, if you're saying they're going to win the division, that means you have to trust the quarterback, and I don't trust the quarterback. So despite all of the injuries, I'll still side with Tampa.
Overreaction, I agree with everything CC said, but I'll do an add-on. You would also have to assume that Tampa's going to fall apart. Why would I assume that? They've won the division 4 straight years with Brady. Then Brady's not there, and then Mayfield is there, and Todd Bowles has been there every step of the way as either a coordinator or a head coach. Why now is he all of a sudden in that group going to fall apart?
They're literally falling apart.
But they're not losing. No, I know they lost Monday, but I'm saying they're not losing enough.
You're saying they're not figuratively.
How many
they're
games?
Not going to figuratively fall apart, but they're literally falling apart.
Somehow figuratively makes more sense than literally in this case, which doesn't actually make sense, but it does, which makes no sense. Smalls?
Next one.
If someone followed, they got what I was saying there.
Did anyone?
Here's what. Yes. No. Here's what I'm saying. Normally, the literally makes more sense than figuratively.
Yes.
He's right. Literally, the Bucs are so injured. But they're not actually falling apart because their record is 5-2, and look at the teams that they're going to play against. They're going to play against the Saints and the Panthers and the Falcons. Do you think they're going to, record-wise, figuratively fall apart, even though they're literally actually falling apart? The answer is no, because they still have that coach and they still have that quarterback.
Next one, I have overreaction or no. Sam Darnold is in the MVP conversation, top 10 in most metrics.
No, I don't think that's an overreaction. I don't believe he's going to win it, but when you're a quarterback of a 5-2 team that's known as a defensive team, and yet you're leading the offense, Jackson Smith and Jigba has been unbelievable at the wide receiver position. Someone has to throw him the ball. Also, does it help him, even though I'm not writing this guy off forever as a competent quarterback, does it help him how bad Geno's been for the Raiders? And wow, look at this decision making. They made a great move, John Schneider and company there in Seattle. I think he's in the MVP conversation for sure.
To win MVP, you've got to be top 2 in your respective conference, and you obviously have to win your division. Do we think the Seattle Seahawks can do those things? I absolutely do, especially when you consider that the Seahawks are in the most competitive division in all of football. So if they check the box in all 3 of those qualifiers, then Sam Darnold can absolutely win MVP. Again, Seattle can have a top 2 record in the NFC. If Seattle can win their division, then Sam Darnold can absolutely win the MVP.
All right, last one, CC. It's a huge mistake for the Giants to let go of Brian Daboll. Overreaction or no?
I think it's a huge mistake if they do let go of Brian Daboll. There's something going on with this team. The aura, as you described it, around the New York Giants with Jackson Dart and Cam Skattebo, I don't know if I do want to do anything to interrupt that. And moving on from the head coach absolutely does that. It's clear that he's given those guys the runway, the space to be who they are. And the team is responding to that from an energy standpoint. So even though it was a disappointing loss, even though he had a play calling gaffe on that 3rd and 5 with 5 minutes to go, putting the ball in the air, rather than deciding to run the football and force the Denver Broncos to use that final timeout, I still think that there's a lot of good with Brian Daboll because of the work that he's done with the quarterback. So, yes, it would be a huge mistake if the Giants fired him.
I agree. That's not the most interesting coach in and around the Giants, though. There's a former Giants assistant coach that has made more news with the Giants yesterday than the current head coach, which we will get to in a little bit.
I don't like
show.
this you agreeing with me thing. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you guys really are in lockstep.
I don't
Hey,
like
we're running out of time. I gotta agree. Now I'm agreeing for the sake of agreeing. Coming up, Rex v. Smalls. But first, tire care shouldn't come